Hello and welcome to this video about partnerships. What are the partnerships that we offer here and the services that you are including in the partnerships and the value that you get with the partnerships. So first, let me introduce myself. My name is Luis Alvarado. I was one of the former senior developers of Directories. I was in charge of multiple parts of the system. I was one of the senior developers that enhanced the homepage streaming widgets. I worked on the leads. I worked on the sitemap generator. I created the favorite feature. I enhanced the SEO of the site, security, and many aspects of the Brain Directories platform. I also was your community manager. For many of you that actually were able to talk to me through the forum, I was the one in charge of helping you, either in a personal way or directly through the forum, and guide you and help you for your online business. After becoming independent from BD, I started my own team. A lot of you BD owners might know me from the developer club, and then a year back I joined To Our Software. With To Our Software, we actually now offer WordPress and Brain Directories solutions in the tech area. So you only dedicate yourself to your clients and your marketing, and we basically become your IT department, your technical department. So you'll basically officially have a technical department they can count on to make sure that your site is responsive, to make sure that if there's an emergency, you can count on us. You don't have to wait weeks or days for solutions to come. Okay. You get quick answers, and there's a lot of value that you get by having your own IT team there. Now, in regards to multiple questions about the partnerships, I need to first make sure that everybody that listens to this video has at least tried another platform. The ones that we work with other partners are having WordPress with their own eDirectory solution, eDirectory, which is edirectory.com, Odoo, the Brain Directories platform, Ideal Directories, BigCommerce, Wild, Apricot, 360 Directories, Membership Works, and Directories Pro, and basically like 30 more, actually, to tell you the truth. We're talking around 20 years of experience just in this area. And just on BD alone, we've handled up to today 2,064 different BD owners independently. We helped them in one way or another. Either they became partners, we customized something on their site, we optimized something on their site, we ended up fixing, coding issues that maybe their developers had there, or we even taught their own developers how to build on the BD platform. So if you ever try any of these other platforms that I mentioned, then I can continue with the following point, which is what's the benefits that you get if you join as a partnership? Okay. So from the business owner's point of view, or basically analysis of the over 2,000 BD owners that we've helped so far, a lot of you already know that, for example, if you're a BD owner and you're alone, you're alone, you have a team. Typically, it's a team of 2 or 3 people. Again, this is based on our experience from over 2,000 BD owners. Okay, this could be different in your case, in your industry, in your niche, your country, the products that you sell, services that you offer, members that you already have connections with, okay, in a different platform, etc., etc., etc. But from our experience over 2000, we've gathered that, for example, 5% of the typical BD owner, they actually start generating income. Okay, 80% of those that start generating income is because they already have existing connections with their members, with their audience in some way or another. either from another platform, another service that could be digital or not. Okay. And the other 20% are people that basically the owners started from scratch and they did a lot of gathering of information about the type of audience that they wanted to target, what products and services they wanted to offer to them, what needs existed at that moment or still exist. They were very careful in doing email campaigns and social media campaigns, okay, about those specific target audience in that specific demographic and geographical location, etc., etc. All these little variables that summed up make the whole of you being a successful site or not. So that's the 5% that were successful without joining any partnerships and also without doing any, let's say, heavy customizations in the site. Then we get to the single project. So on the site, if you scroll down, like for example, if you go to Bring Directories plans here, you get these two, which is partnership plans. But if you scroll down, you get single projects. So the single projects are your typical experience that you have with developers. You tell them, hey, this is what I need. If you have a deadline, you also mention that there. If you have a budget, you also mention that there. If not, then you basically arrange the cost and time. But you get a single project, a single cost, a timeline, a time frame for that, and what to expect when it's done, how to do QA, quality assurance on it, and all this. Okay, that's the single project. That's a work done for a specific task or project in a fixed time frame. The typical case scenario. And of course, once that single project is done, if there's any additional work that's of course paid, then that will be a new independent project that will be created for that. Another single project. Some of you already know the cost of this and they start accumulating. That is one of the factors of why the whole concept of the partnerships starts to grow. The partnerships are meant for two things. Are meant for us to take care of you, make sure that you're financially in the positives, you're growing there, because it would not make sense for you to partner with us if you're going to spend, a year, 2 years without generating any income. It's a loss of money. There's some specific partners that actually did that because they need, well, professionals in this platform and other platforms that we work with to tackle customizations, give ideas, manage tech issues, etc., 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 while they grow their business. Okay, those are the exceptions. But the typical cases that we try to help are people that, okay, here's our plan, our goal that we have in mind. We want to grow the business this way and that way. Here are the multiple ways of income that you can generate on the site. And then as a partner, we take care of the tech side while you take care of the marketing and client side directly. Basically, adding more time for you to be able to do that, less stress, less things to worry. And if you ever seen the Facebook group, you see that there's a lot of questions that people ask. But guess what? Very, very rarely do I see a partner asking something there. They normally don't do that. They don't need to. They don't have those issues because we take care of them before they actually happen. That's one of the values there. From the financial point of view, if you're used to single projects, like I just mentioned here, then you are going to be a little bit happier to know that any other partnerships actually lower the cost of single projects by a lot. So if you're used to some customizations that, for example, could cost you $5,000, joining the maintenance partnership gives you some discounts there. Joining the premium covers 100% of the costs of any customization that you need on your site. That's why we mentioned this here. Unlimited customized projects. Unlimited customized projects means any type of customization, design, functionality, integration, API solution that you need on your site, that's covered. That's covered by the same monthly cost. You do not pay anything else for that. Okay? Anything that happens inside your BD site, it's covered by that. So you don't have to worry about additional costs. That's the only thing that you pay. There's no additional hidden fees. There's no. It's only that. 975 and 495 for the maintenance partnership. The maintenance partnership just lowers some of the costs there. Okay, and includes some additional plugins that you get for free there. For the premium partner, you actually get all the plugins for free. So not only do you get the customization covered by this cost, you also get the plugins covered by that cost, and you also get a lot more value than just having, which is a big deal, having your own tech team for your site. So the partnerships work together. It's a win-win solution that we created. We make sure that you're taken care of, so your site starts generating income for you, and that also makes sure that you're not effectively in a negative way in the income part, so you stay as a partner for us for a long time. We try to make sure there that your site is successful, so you can also be successful with us. That's why we called it a partnership. It's not a retainer. It's not any of that. No, it's a partnership. It's an actual, real partnership where we have to. It's for our best, let's say, financial interest that we really take care of you in a very good way. Okay, for the financial state of the site. So with the maintenance plan, that's normally for live sites. So if your site already went live and you're being successful and all this and all that, but every so often you have hiccups, issues. Some pages are slow, the images are too big, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm talking about. All these issues that maybe suck away the time that you actually need to do better marketing to improve your income through that, to talk to your clients directly, to have these events for them, etc., etc. That's what the maintenance partnership is for. We take care of the tech part. It lowers the cost for the custom work that you might want to do later in the future. Okay, some big ideas that you want to do there. It also lowers the plugin cost for a lot of the plugins, and it also includes some of the plugins that enhance the way that the site works. Optimizing the code for multiple widgets, doing code refactoring, which is basically rewriting the code so it's more efficient, and it's this part is very important. It's future proofed, meaning it lowers the chances that you have issues in the future if BD pushes an update. This is a point that I also want to tackle here. BD is not the only one that pushes updates. Most of the platforms that I just mentioned also do that. I'm going to talk about WordPress. WordPress, you get a notification about a new update. And you know that, for example, on WordPress sites, if you don't apply that update, there's no problem. It's just that any security issues that catch up to the version of WordPress that you have, you can't complain if you get hacked. You can't complain because at least WordPress try to try to warn you or guide you that you need to update because of this many reasons. But here's the issue. If you do update and all you WordPress owners know, some of your plugins might have an issue. So then there's a balance between when to upgrade WordPress and when to make sure that it doesn't break the plugins that you're already using. Maybe they're critical plugins. And then you have, on top of all that, you have the SEO optimizations that many times they need to be redone because of the push that you did. And then on top of that, it's any custom code that you did that would need to be taken care of because there's no plugin for it yet. The WordPress base code, when it got updated, it broke that, and so on and so forth. So even on WordPress, this happens. I had to explain this to many WordPress, Odoo, Directories Pro, and Brain Directories, any directory owners, so they understood that it's not a BD issue alone. It's a common practice that happens on platforms like this. If you don't update them, nothing bad happens until you get hacked. And we've had cases where we have few hours after they got hacked and they lost, some cases lost, $5,000, some cases lost 25, $30,000 in a single day because of that. And we were able to make sure that their WordPress site had the updates and the plugins worked with a lot of custom enhancements that we did on it. But it was too late, obviously, for those cases. So that's what I'm trying to avoid, you not losing that money. Coming back to BD is the same thing, but we code and we also teach developers how to code in a certain way so that they future proof or lower the percentage or the chance that something could break in the future. I've seen cases, actually, there's a specific owner that if you listen to this video, there's two partners that we have. That if you listen to this video, this part is for you. We've seen sites that when we actually check out their widgets, it's a horror show. It's literally a horror show. That the thing is a time bomb, and they are successful sites. Good for them. They are doing everything great in the marketing department, talking to their client, having great engagement, but they're sitting on they're on Titanic. And basically, I can see the iceberg. They're not seeing the iceberg, Gary, but I'm seeing the iceberg. I'm yelling, and you know what's going to happen. So these are sites that need to be future proof by code refactoring. Remember, it's rewriting the code, optimizing the code for future proofing the site. So you do not need us, any of our team, so often. Okay? If I can lower the amount of needs, let's just say it like that you have with us, then I'm doing a good job. The less that you need us, the better. Imagine we're your health insurance, basically, but for your site. The less that you need us, the better. The better that I can take care of you and your site, and the more automated it is, the better for everybody. Uh, do know that the whole team is created by just engineers. Most all of us are engineers. You got system engineers, like in my case, that have that specialize in process automation. I do have a master's in open source software. I do have a certificate from the Linux Foundation. I'm a system administrator with 15 years of experience, and I'm also a database administrator with 12 years of experience. And that's just me. Then there's computer engineers, software engineers. You get a ton of experience out of the whole group because everybody works together, multitasking, multidisciplinary team, basically, for your IT department. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that in so you know who you're dealing with, the value that you're getting in the short and long run for your online business. Okay. So going back to the partnerships, still talking about the maintenance one. The maintenance again is typically for live sites. Staging, meaning sites in development, they can also get the maintenance one. But this is normally left for live sites. They include several plugins. It lowers the cost of development and it lowers the cost of other plugins that are done there for complex plugins. Normally, people that go live, they also get a maintenance one to make sure that nothing happens after they went live. We all know that the moment that you go live, that same day, a lot of bad things happen. That's normal because now you're getting the feedback and also a different type of testing that you were not able to do until you went live. That's normal. You don't have to worry about that. We do have to take care of it. quickly, of course, but that's part of the growth of the business side. And sites that will begin development, either doing design changes, functionality changes, we guiding you through several tech parts, or guiding your team. Maybe you have a team of developers. They can also guide them, teach them about the best practices, which widgets to not customize or touch, how to address customizations on forms, features, sidebars, membership levels, permissions, all that. We teach you, your staff, or we do it for you, about all the little minor things that can turn into big things on this site. Now, the benefit of the premium one versus the maintenance one is that, again, you only pay one cost per month. This is typically done for developing sites, but I've seen live sites actually join the premium partnership because they want everything covered. They don't want, uh, to cherry pick stuff here. No, they don't want any headaches. So this includes also all the plugins and customizations that you want to do there, any development costs there, any custom ideas for the future. Again, future proofing them. So your site can grow as a business without so many headaches that we see on literally a daily basis on the Facebook groups, on the emails, on the tickets that you send. All those things, 99% of them will just go away. They will just go away. They are not normal things that happen to a partner. So for both cases, you get an arsenal of engineers that represent your IT department. You have a tech department now. It actually lowers tech issues by 90% or more. Okay, less headaches. You do get a faster response time that, for example, compared to tickets or ticket solutions. You lower costs with new tech ideas or enhancements that you want to add to the site, or even receive some teaching, a course. So you learn more, and I empower you more into things that you can do on the BD platform. And I will show you a couple of things that you can do here, visually speaking. You'll have better integration with third-party platforms, even large ones. We've done integrations with AWS, streaming platforms, video streaming platforms, any type of email campaign platforms like HubSpot, MailChimp, SendGrid, MailerLite. Hey, you name it, we've done. We've done more than 100, much more than 100. Um, and at least this relationship, the partner relationship, opens the possibility for you to be very creative and have a lot of more imagination about things that you can add as added value to your business site, instead of thinking that BD sites are just old school, they look 1990 something, and that's the only option that you have. That's all that you can do. In reality, we've done sites that look like Facebook. We've done sites that look like Zillow, like Yelp, like Care.com, like Twitter, like any other site that you would want. We've done even YouTube clones. Okay, so it's up to your imagination how you want to use the partnerships and how powerful they can become, not specifically just for your business, but for the members and the clients and the visitors that are going to be going to your sites. Okay. Another question that I got asked about the partnerships is, how are your partners doing in terms of revenue? I took my time with this one because I needed to actually create stats based on this. And this is a question that I got actually last year, almost a year ago. And I needed enough time because I also needed enough partners to actually create some stats, and enough time for those stats to be more, um, let's say, more, not perfect, but very close to a number that I could say that I would feel comfortable saying after studying the statistics for all the partners. So I can say that, for example, 46% of partners went from $0 income on the site to more than 12,000 a month in around 14 months. During those 14 months, they were not, drinking margaritas and on the beach, enjoying the sun. And no, they were actually working hard, like all of you, because I've seen that. I would say 100% of ABB owners that I've met, you all work very hard. You dedicate yourself. You're very consistent. You're basically the type of leaders and creators of companies and projects that I mean that I would want to partner with. So during those 14 months, you actually dedicate yourself to the site because you have a goal. Your goal is in this much time, I need to have this many members, this many visits, this much income, etc., etc. You have your goals, your plans for that, and you actually dedicate for that through the marketing, Google Ads, Facebook Ads, etc., etc. You have your own marketing and social strategies to accomplish that while we take care of the tech side. So 46% of our partners went from 0 to 12,000 a month in a little bit over a year. 22 of the partners are uh, today, I would say, are in the range of making between 5,000 and 10,000 a month. There's specific partners out of the ones that I was talking about, the 46%, that generate between 85,000 and $2.2 million a month. Again, there's a lot of factors that come into this. We only help you in the tech side. So, do sites on BD make more than a million? Yeah, yeah, because I'm literally seeing it. I live that every day. Can you be really successful on the BD side? Yes, but you do need to have a plan, a goal, and your whole staff. If you do it alone, at least the big sites, the one that I'm just mentioning, the specific ones that generate more than 85,000, 85,000 to 2.2 million, they're not alone. They have a really big staff, okay? But they do use BD and they do make that much a month. Partnering, basically based on this information, partnering would increase the probabilities of your site um, having income or generating income between 30% and 40%. Again, that 30 and 40, those are the maximum that we would add to the final formula that you will be using to make your site profitable in regards to income. The other parts are how determined are you in regards to marketing, products, services that you're offering, your target audience, the campaigns that you're doing for them, all of that. But at least you do not have to worry about the tech side of a tech business. Because at the end of the day, this is an online business. You're turning your retail business into an online one. And if you're in Canada, the US, Australia, you've seen, and we will need to go back 15 years, for example, maybe a little bit more, you've seen businesses, retail, very famous retail businesses that went bankrupt. They just went bankrupt because they never created, or they created too late, their online mirror, their online business. Meanwhile, just to let you know, you still have Amazon there, still strong, still doing their own thing. Before, you had Blockbuster. Now you have Netflix. That's what I'm trying to say. And most of you are Netflix. Most, not all, but most of you are that Netflix. And you don't know where you can get to. But from experience, I'm saying, please it doesn't have to be us to, to, to be vocal there, but you need a tech team that knows the platform inside out, either WordPress or Bring Directories or a directory, and so on and so forth. Why am I picking specifically BD? Because out of the 30 something platforms, basically directory platforms that we work with, it is the only one that it's cost effective and it gives you the option to customize it to any level and degree that you want to. It's the only one. I invite anybody to test this, to take, let's say, to take it as a lie and test any of the platforms that I mentioned. There's a video that I actually mentioned um, what's possible on Brain Directories on my YouTube channel. If you go to youtube.com/Brain Directories training, also, by the way, you have it up here, this little icon here. You'll see that video and you'll understand what I mean. And I didn't even mention all the platforms that we worked with in that video, but at least you have the option of testing this theory, just testing it and seeing what I mean in regards to how complex customizing something could be. Of course, there's platforms that their out of the box experience already covers what you need. And if you end up in that case, amazing, excellent. You're good to go there. But if not, then you can start testing all the ones that you want. But me as a actually software engineer and system engineer, I work mainly because I also work on others on the brain directories because at least I have the option of customizing the platform to whichever design, look, and functionality that I would want. At least I have that option. Okay. Now, apart from the partnerships, we do offer a lot of plugins. Right now, we're consolidating, we're merging too many plugins that we've worked with. So we've actually worked more than 500 plugins in the past 7 years, and we integrated those plugins into around 300 of them. 330, 300, and that number keeps going down because we start merging them so that we can sell you something better, more powerful, and with a lower cost for the value that you get. Little by little, we get there. Now, this video is for also to let you know that for both partnerships, there's some very powerful plugins that we'll be talking about in other videos because I don't want to make this video too long. It's already more than 30 minutes long. Um, but these are plugins that will lower the cost when you get a team of developers to create a mobile app or even a desktop app or even to integrate with any type of third-party server that has any type of API. It lowers the cost for that because there's specific plugins that we created that save time, cost, money, issues, error-prone issues there. Um, Again, making sure that we future-proof your site. So you get those values. So again, you have the WordPress services that we can offer. You got the Brain Directory services that we can offer. For the, let's go here, for the WordPress ones, you can look at the maintenance partnerships here, the value that you get here. These are taken care of by Ricardo Rios, and he's the owner of 2R Software. And if you go to the Brain Directories plans, I take care of those with my team. Ricardo has his team, and I got my team, and we specialize in different type of platforms. So that's the value that you get in the partnerships, and also that's why they're called partnerships. This is very important for you to understand. Okay. You also need to know that as a BD owner, there's some videos that we put on our page here, or you can go to our channel and like the YouTubers say, like, subscribe, and click on the notification button because that thing does something. I don't know what it notifies you about, but I just create the videos because I enjoy helping people in this huge iceberg that we are all only looking at the little tip of the iceberg at the top. and there's a huge mountain that you need to take care of, which is the actual online business. As it grows, so does a lot of the things and responsibilities that need to be taken into consideration as a partnership and as the owner of the site, which is you. Um, so remember, you got the videos here, you got the plans here. It's 2rsoftware.com, 2rsoftware.com. I'll put it in the description too. And also, lastly, some of the video owners asked me what type of plugins and design changes have you done? So we've done, for example, we've done SEO text managers. What they do is that you are able to put specific text in specific search results in a certain way that they help Google index that page better, understand what that specific page is for. Okay, we've done full screen sliders and gallery sliders for your members so that members can drag and drop multiple images at once for either features so they don't do one by one. It looks better. It looks, it looks like a Facebook kind of look there. Um, we've done language managers. So you could have your staff or even members of your site translate your site to multiple languages. And you can have official translators and you can have sub translators that work with them. And basically a voting system where they vote about the best type of text label or the final version of that translation that will be used for a specific text label. Okay, you can have report managers. So there are cases. So for example, the owners wanted to get a report to one or multiple emails to be sent to their accounts or email addresses on Monday or Friday. Those reports could be, I want to know how much we made this week. I want to know which members created posts yesterday. I want to know, again, I repeat, it's up to your imagination how you want to use us. There's a lot of powerful things that we can do, very powerful things. You can offer your members, for example, a live chat where, depending on the membership level, the visitors can contact them directly through the site, call them, create appointments and meetings, do live group meetings. Instead of going to Zoom, they will go to your site. Instead of the member telling their clients, no, go here, let's do a Zoom meeting. No, no, no. They will go to their own URL on your site and do appointments, live meetings, everything through there. Okay, those are things that are possible. Um, you can have a very custom search results page, filtering options. You can have category searches that are not forced to the typical top, sub, and sub sub. We've handled cases where some members, partners in this case, they had 2,000 and something categories, and by turning them into filtering options, dynamic filtering options, it enhanced first it enhanced the experience that they had with the visitors, and then with the members, and then the overall traffic actually got improved because it was easier to use the site. We've integrated forums into the site. Okay, nice FAQ managers that you can customize through a plugin. We've done sites where, depending on the city that somebody comes in, it changes the slider or even changes the category images that people see. So depending, just imagine this, depending on the position of the member, the location of the member, the category or subcategories, a specific custom field value that they selected, things on the site could change. Okay, we're still working enhancing, for example, a lead system that does not only depend on the options that the current lead system has, but you can add custom rules that, depending on the values for those fields or those rules that you put there, it knows who to match against which members. How many times can they be matched per month, for example. Those are for cases like you have a membership level that members in those membership levels can only be matched up to 5 times a month, and then it resets every month. You have ones where they pay a little bit more for the leads, or it's free. You can limit them by location and more. It's an unlimited amount of things that you can customize here with. So let me do a quick show of, for example, the filtering options. So the dynamic filtering options is one of the plugins that somebody asked about. And what it does is it gives you the possibility to create your own options that the members can select. And here, for example, these were in the typical top, sub, and sub-sub. And then we turn those into actual filtering options. Here they look like this is a top and a sub, but trust me, they don't behave like that. So these are all the filtering options that they can select. And they show as a top here, and we call them primary categories here. And once you select any of them, it actually shows you here what it looks like they're subs, but they're actually the values that existing members selected, and it doesn't show the values where there's nobody in. We do that so we avoid empty search results, improve the UX for the visitor, so they know that if they select anything, any value like this, they will always get somebody in those test results. Okay. The dynamic filtering option also adds this here. You are able to filter by any independent option. So instead of clicking on a top category and then the subs, no, you're able to mix and match them independently. You can also create rules that, for example, if they select this one, they can't select this one, or maybe some options here disappear. So you are able to create what's called a field dependency. So on field dependencies, you can play around with how these combinations can work. And also the dynamic filtering options takes care of how the information shows in the public profile of the members. So you can decide which filtering options show on the homepage, as you saw the primary and secondary there. You can also show which ones show here in the search results, okay? And you can also show which ones actually show here in a beautiful, nice way here, see? So you got primary, language, science. Um, Let me look. There's a specific one that I recall that we were uh, testing this one. And here you can see how it would show. Instead of saying, creating another tab and saying, here's the specialties. No. People can immediately see this here. Again, it's UX. It enhances the UX experience. Less time for the visitor to take searching and digging and guessing where the information is. Here they can see everything that this member offers. Okay, in a nice, neat way. You get all that value with the filtering options. Another way that the filtering options can be used is, for example, here I'm not logged in. Here I am logged in. If I'm logged in, I see these specific filtering options where I can combine them or not. If I am logged in, completely changes. It's a totally different option here to select because in this case, for example, you have members that can only search for other specific members, and you have visitors, which is this one, that can search for other specific members. So you have a visitor to member and then a member to, let's call them VIP members relationship. Okay. This works together with the flexible search engine because it gives me the ability of dynamically adding this as searchable options and combining them or those on the other side that we just saw, like 7 or 8 of them, in a nice, neat way so that the search is fast, can filter properly, and you can offer the visitor the flexibility of searching however they want, in whichever combination they want, without being forced to select a previous type of field or not. If you wanted to, of course. That's why I'm giving you the flexibility here. But this is all mixed with the flexible search engine, which is one of probably 150 different values that the flexible search engine brings to the table. And these are just quick ones, okay, that we're offering there. Then you have sites like this. This is a Facebook site. I want you to know that. This is a Facebook like site on BD. Okay, so here you can see how it behaves. Okay, I can scroll like this, and just the middle scrolls down there. I can open the images in thumbnail mode. I can add all the posts through here. I do not have to go to my dashboard to do this. I can also maintain things here. I can even change the look of my on my public profile because this is the public profile of this member. I can change it from a Facebook look, which is the one that it has right now, to an Instagram look. I can click here dark mode and goes light mode. Okay. And there's much more that I can do here. Okay. What I'm trying to do is break the barriers, that little box that most BD owners are in because they feel like that's all they can do on the BD site, especially because that's the experience that they had in previous platforms. Almost all platforms do not give you the ability to customize them, or what I always say, to adapt the platform to your business instead of your business to your platform, which is a, it's a complete different thing. It breaks the mold of how you think about the platform, and this is the value that we to our software, myself, and the partnerships bring to you directly. Okay, so I hope with this video I was able to answer many of the questions. Actually, break them all into that box so you can think, literally think outside the box of the possibilities that can be done in BD or through BD, and basically make your BD site the central one to connect with other any type of platforms and any type of ideas. So thank you for this opportunity. Big hugs to everybody. Love you all and think positive.